Hello, my friends. One thing that I'd like to share with you now is I'm reading a little bit from the work of Sigmund Freud. And whether you like his philosophy or not, whether you like his method of psychotherapy or not, this is besides the point. But absolutely and without discussion, he was one of those special intelligences, wisdom people. There were many who disagreed, including his own students, Adler and Carl Jung, which is one of my favorites, of course. But I read this from Sigmund Freud, and I thought it's very important, especially in the times we're living in. And he said before, let me read exactly the quotation, at least, the way it's written in the book. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, first make sure you are not in fact surrounded by a-holes. I'm reading it. I didn't say it. Yeah, okay, so of course, it's the matter of translation from German to English and so on and so forth. But there is a great truth here, because sometimes people have all the reasons to experience negative emotions. And once you get that, see, unexpressed emotions don't go away. If you dissociate from them, they're still inside your memories. They don't go away. They're still there. They're still there. They're buried in all your memories when you experience those negative emotions. The problem with that is eventually they'll come up in your face, and that's unpleasant, to say the least. Because unless you let them go, those negative emotions and also all the limiting beliefs about yourself that you have accepted consciously and unconsciously, but mostly unconsciously throughout your whole life, have led you where you are today. And if you're not where you want to be, and if you are feeling stuck, when you're feeling confused, you don't know where to go, what to do, how to make things happen, because they don't happen the way they used to. And the feedback I receive again from many of my graduate students is that the way they used to do things doesn't work. And they don't know what to do. And that's the problem. We need to discover all together. You need to understand this. We're in the midst of a transition that the whole humanity has never experienced before. This is a major transition. Of course, there is a lot of confusion and negative emotions. And for some people, dare I say, despair and resentment, and unconsciously trying to fix the blame, put the blame somewhere, attach it to something. But unfortunately, that doesn't lead us to any success. The only way we can withstand and take the opportunities that appear, all things go away. Okay, I don't know what to do now, but at least if I'm free from the stuckness and I'm free from the old things from the past that block me, keep me stuck, at least I can notice opportunities. I can notice opportunities that are good for me, that are good for my family, that are good for my community. And ultimately, they are good for all of us as a human race. Because the interpretation of what happened, past tense, to you, and your past, with all its pains and ills and hurts and experiences and everything you went through so far, has formed a way of thinking for you. And that way of thinking has to transform into a new way of thinking. Because that, and only that, my friends, can lead you to the success in the transition times we're going through. That's what I want to teach you. That's what I want to share with you. And give you easy ways of getting there, without having to struggle, without having to force, in a way, yourself to do something you don't want to do. In fact, you are doing that now. That's what I'm sharing with you. Be well, my friends.